Hello and welcome to the second podcast version of the Waypoint FPL update. As you can see, I am riding solo this week, but it's okay because Chris will be back with me next week. Just some scheduling conflicts this week. It's just how it goes in the high-class podcast lifestyle that we both lead, but it doesn't matter because I'm still going to bring you a great Waypoint FPL update, so let's not delay. We'll go straight to it. Obviously, last week, Brad took the top spot, so we were all keen to see, obviously, if he'd be able to retain that, and retain that he did. He still does currently sit on the top spot with 183 points after a respectable 44-point game week. We'll take a look at his team. You can see there was a few guys that really powered him onto that solid week. Bruno Fernandes, Saka, Haaland as a captain. Obviously, he would have only got 4 points if not for that captain armband. Could have got more though if he didn't miss that penalty, couldn't he? So he'll be kicking himself for that. Chilwell, he got 6 points, so yeah, solid day there. Not much on the bench either, other than Alphonso Areola, who obviously got 5 points, whereas Onana got a big fat 0 because Man U obviously had that really slow start, but that doesn't really take away too much from the week from Brad. Obviously enough to keep him on the top spot for now, but the lead has narrowed, gentlemen, because he does currently sit a mere 1 point ahead of Flip, who had a 68-point game week to catapult himself all the way up into second place. That 68 points is good for the second highest score in the league on the week, so let's take a look at his team. And there's some spirited plays in here, so we've got Matty Cash. He got 17 points, great day at the office for him last week. James Maddison, he had a solid day as well, getting the 10 points there. He also had captained Haaland, who got the 8 points. Salah got him 5. Gibbs White, after the slander from Chris last week, he heard the doubters, and he was inspired to go out and have that good game. Flip also was not dissuaded by Chris's criticism, and rightly so, unlike myself, because he obviously delivered a good return there. And also I like the choice of Nico Jackson here, picking one of Chelsea's 50 signings this season, paid off here. He got the right one, the 7 points on his way to that 68. So yeah, it's close at the top. As you can see, in third place we still have Alex. He's been in the top 5, I think, since the start of the season, so he's holding on to that, and as you can see as well, he's not too far off the top spot. Myself, on the other hand, it's been going the other way. I was obviously joint top in the first week, slid back a little last week, and then I had a pretty poor week there with only the 36 last week. We're not going to look at my team though, you don't need to see that. And then rounding out the top 5, we have Mike out of absolutely nowhere. Chris called him out last week, said that he's had a shocking start to the season, he's not on his game. We all know Mike loves a bit of FPL. Well, that was clearly the motivation he needed to drive himself to get his act together, and get his act together he did, because he had a league high 73 points last week. Let's take a look at his team, featuring some of the similar guys to Flip. He's got Matty Cash as well, Salah, key captain Haaland also has Nico Jackson, but then he's got Rashford as well, Saka then providing good points, obviously Chilwell there as well. Udogie for Spurs, a good solid 12 points there, so yeah, really good week all around for Mike's team there, putting him back into the top 5. And look out, because we know what Mike can do in fantasy as well as on the pitch, so he could be deadly here heading into the next game week. So that's it for the top 5. We'll turn our attention to the bottom now, where we have a new bottom place team, or teams as I should say. It appears Ethan has retired from the league. Apologies if our criticism last week caused that. This is all meant to be fun, remember, we're not digging anyone out. But Aiden and Ben currently do occupy the last place spots, as you can see here, with 128 points apiece. Aiden though, a good effort really, because he had that 44 points, basically the same as Brad, remember, at the bottom of the table though, and that was obviously enough to see him not be so last place, so a good effort by him to avoid the lowest points there on the week. But yeah, Ben only 31 points, as Mike as well only got 31 points, rounding out the bottom 3. We can take a look at their two teams, because those scores were the lowest 2 on the week here. We'll take a look at Mike's team first. So you can see he had a few decent scorers in Grealish, Saka and Haaland, but not a lot behind that. Lots of 1s and 2s and a couple of 0s from Shaw and Trippier there. And then taking a look at Ben's team as well. He did play Areola, unlike Brad, so good decision there, Ben. But and again, he's got Salah here and Haaland, but again, around that, just not a lot. Okay day at the office, ebbs and flows. These teams will have better days for sure. So that is it for looking through the lineups this week of everything interesting. Obviously, we've got a few movers and shakers in the middle there. We have one more game week this week before the international break, so all eyes will be on Brad to see if he can hold that top spot going into the international break, and obviously we'll look to keep hold of it as well coming out of it. That is it for the update. For you guys, good luck against Waterside tomorrow. I think we need need to see a Waterside versus Riverside game, or will that implode the universe? There's only way to find out. I know we're in the Solent, but, come on, guys. Water-based team names? Find something original. Come on. No, good luck, guys. Have a good one tomorrow, and we'll be back with you next week.